Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to discuss the reasons of the process for Hall-Herold's process, and this process is for electrolytic reduction of aluminum. This is the third step of this extraction of aluminum. These topics are under ICSE Standard 10 syllabus from the chapter Metallurgy. Earlier we have seen the complete process, that is Hall-Herold's process. Now here we are discussing the reasons. First reason is why we are choosing electrolytic reduction instead of simple chemical reduction, that we are doing it for other metals, that simply we can let them react with carbon and oxygen will separate out, but that won't be possible in the case of aluminum oxide. Why? Because aluminum oxide is highly stable oxide and aluminum has high and strong affinity towards oxygen. So this is very stable compound and it is not possible to break it down or decompose it or to separate aluminum from the oxygen with simple chemical reaction. So that's why we are performing electrolytic reduction and we will separate the aluminum metal from the oxygen. So this is very important reason that why we are performing electrolytic reduction. Then second, this process is very difficult. Why? Because first of all, the fused Al2O3, what is the meaning of fused? The molten state of aluminum oxide is almost non-electrolyte and its melting point is as high as 2050 degrees Celsius. So if you want to melt it, you need to achieve this much high temperature. So you need a high power consumption cell and you need to set up such a way it won't catch fire, and a high voltage battery also will be required. And at such a high temperature, the large amount of electricity is required. That is the first thing. And second thing is aluminum metal, what we are extracting, will achieve a temperature as high as 660 degrees Celsius. So at this temperature, it tends to volatilize out and it may get wasted. After doing so much things and we are investing so much in the process, and at the end if the metal will volatilize out and it will get wasted, then it is of no use. So that's why this process is very complex. So that's why we are lowering down the temperature of this electrolytic cell medium. How? We are discussing that in the third reason. Third reason. This reason is very important and frequently asked in as a reason or as MCQ or in the 1 mark question, that why we are adding fused cryolite and feldspar in the electrolytic mixture. So first, there are 5 points. First thing is it lowers the fusion point of mixture. So it lowers down the temperature at which the alumina will become molten. So from temperature 2050 degrees Celsius to it will lower down till 950 degrees Celsius. It also enhances the mobility of the mixture, acting as a solvent. So fused alumina will get more mobility and it enhances the rate of reaction also. So this will act as a solvent. Then next is cryolite. This point is only for the cryolite, that cryolite will enhances the conductivity. Because earlier we have seen that Al2O3 is almost non-conductor of electricity. So here it will enhances the conductivity. Then Charles Hall, who was the scientist who discovered this mixture, that if we are adding this mixture into this electrolyte, then this process will become simple. Then molten point or fusion point can be lowered down till 950 degrees Celsius, and because of this discovery, this process has become simple and cheaper. So this credit has gone to Charles Hall's scientist, and he has discovered that we can use the mixture of cryolite and feldspar to solve all the difficulties faced by this electrolytic reduction of aluminum. Our next reason is the layer of powder coke will sprinkle over the electrolytic mixture, that we are sprinkling some powder coke over the electrolytic mixture. Why we are doing that? Because it prevents the burning of carbon rods. We know that this process we are doing at high temperature. So we should prevent the burning of carbon rods. Where are the carbon rods? These anodes are carbon rods. So it will prevent the burning of those rods, and second is it minimize or prevent the heat lost by radiation. We need to maintain that heat in this electrolytic medium because we want our alumina in the molten state or fused state. So this heat should not escape out. So once we are sprinkling the powder coke, it helps us in two ways, that it will prevent the burning of carbon rod, and the second thing is the heat will not escape out, so that we can maintain that temperature. Then fifth one, carbon rods or anodes should be continuously replaced. Why is it so? Because oxygen evolved at anode will react with carbon. We know that whatever oxygen is evolved at anode, the product is oxygen. That oxygen will evolve and immediately it will react with this carbon rod, and since we are getting the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, so this is in this continuous process, oxygen is continuously reacting with this carbon rod. So they will diminish in the mass and it will get consumed. Carbon rod will get consumed. So we need to renew it, or we need to replace it time to time whenever they will become thin. So because of this oxygen, and this oxygen will react with this carbon rod, it will diminish in mass, it will get consumed, and that's why we need to replace them. Our next reason is this process is a continuous process. So why this is a continuous process? Because a pure aluminium, alumina is Al2O3. What is alumina? Alumina is Al2O3. Aluminum oxide is also known as alumina, and pure aluminium is our aluminium metal. So here pure aluminum is heavier and settle down, and we can take it from the bottom. As the aluminium will separate out from the aluminium oxide, it will settle down here in the molten state, and that we can take it out from the bottom of the electrolytic cell. Now when the concentration of alumina, that is Al2O3, will falls down, here we have attached one control lamp. So the resistance of the bath will increase because the molten alumina's concentration has lowered down. So because of that, the resistance of the bath will increase, and this will be indicated by a glow on control lamp. So once this bulb will glow, it will notify us that concentration of Al2O3 has been reduced. So we can add some more Al2O3 or alumina into this electrolytic cell, and again this process will start. So that's why this process is a continuous process, and through this process we can achieve 99.5% purity of aluminium metal. This further can be purified and can achieve 100% purity of aluminum metal by Hooke's process of electro-refining. So here we have discussed that why this process is continuous. So once the concentration of alumina will become lower, at that time the resistance of the bath will increase, and this bulb will glow and show us and indicate us that the concentration of alumina has fallen down. So we can add some more Al2O3 or alumina into the electrolytic cell, and again this process will start. So this is all about the extraction of aluminum, and we have seen the two main processes, Hall-Hérold's process of electrolytic reduction, and earlier we have seen the Bayer's process of dressing of ore of alumina ore. All other videos link I have given in the description. If you have doubt in any of the step or any of the process, please comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, learn yourself. I'll see you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing.